play the game! Alright, guys, welcome back.
And told me you were inspired
That's
by
a
my mission to help others.
Are you okay?
I can't say that.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna
Thank you,
say,
mate, forever.
welcome back. That's a black in
Many
the
more.
back. Oh, he's gone.
He got erased.
Oh, there he
hey,
is.
there he is. You looking all depressed?
It's just like, oh, yo, Cracker's about to eat all the cake. I need to stop making racial jokes.
Thanks again for
That
that.
cake was looking.
I just wish I could do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help
Sick!
You help everyone. Yeah, maybe we should.
That
send
cake
Nick a
looked
signal
incredibly
out from
delicious.
I gotta run.
Yeah, so
Thanks again.
we're back where we left off. We had our conversation with Aunt May, and now Martin Lee with his face just looks really rough.
What do you mean?
Voicemail from
Like,
your-
look at the texturing
Check
on
it
his
outside.
face, on
Yeah, like
Martin's
he doesn't.
face.
Like bumpy and stuff. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't.
it looked like if you walked up to him and tried to tenderly rub it. Hey, it's Gloria. Thanks, Spider guy.
From YouTube.
It's Spider-Man, actually.
Hey! You're the spider guy! Ooh, do a flip!
Why did
Okay, Spider-Man! Do a flip!
he? Why do you do all that? Like, what were they going for?
What do you mean?
Like, why did he need to sound like that?
That's just his voice.
Why?
You think he did a stupid Cause God said so, I don't know!
He's a grown man.
Yeah, and you know who else is a grown man? Japanese Goku.
Silent alarm at the auction house.
Yeah,
Played
yeah,
by
think
a
about
woman.
that. That's not the point!
I don't want to make it
An old woman.
Okay, alright, who has a high-pitched voice that's grown?
What the Kingpin had
Anime.
hidden in his closets.
Shoot. This is a really hard one. I actually need to think about this.
Like ridiculously high. Not like, you know.
Well, think about. He was also shouting, so it's not like he was using
Yeah.
a regular conversational voice.
I mean, it's better if I was shouting than if I was shouting, because that just sounds like. "Ah!"
and it just sounds like orca noises.
I like how none of them got shot by any of those bullets. Oh my! Oh,
I mean, it's not like they don't ever get shot in this.
yeah, they have, but they just kind of like shrug it off. Like, yeah, it's fine.
It's just like, it's just a bullet in my shoulder. But then Spider-Man punches him a couple of times. It's like, I am dying.
wonder if I'm doing right.
All the more reason to understand why Spider-Man drags like
Spider-Man is a menace.
I would have fallen apart.
a menace.
I want Spider-Man!
That works both.
Xbox users.
I just wanted to make sure.
You know what's worse is that I had Lego Marvel
know what to
Superheroes. And I liked it, so that hurt my soul.
It's my house.
Wait, what are you talking about?
That game, like the memes where it's like, I want Spider-Man, and then it's like you see Lego Marvel Superheroes, but the Spider-Man junk.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh! For everyone present on the internet, this man does not know his memes.
No, like you, like I knew of I Want Spider-Man, but it was like the old school Spider-Man cartoons, like from before the dinosaurs were around, you know.
Before the dinosaurs were around,
Before the dinosaurs.
so there was Primordial Ooze and Spider-Man. Just like forget Jack Kirby, forget Stan Lee,
Forget that Asian Spider-Man. Nothing wrong with being Asian though.
Amadeus Cho.
Do people like him?
You know he's literally only Spider-Man in that show, right?
Amadeus Cho.
Well, he's literally only Iron Spider in that show. Right now in the comics, he's Hulk.
Yeah, yeah, I was just about to say, wasn't Amadeus Cho Hulk?
Yes.
I mean, like, do people like him? Like
As
him
a
as
character?
Hulk? He aight?
I mean, I don't personally prefer him. It's just like, because they tried to go for somebody who's obviously a genius and has no reason being big and buff, but then they were like, well, let's also make it diverse, so it's an Asian genius, Amadeus Cho.
It was kind of like diversity for the sake of diversity.
Yeah, so it's like Asian Bruce Banner, but it's like the you want to get the rink, the ice skating rink. I promise you.
Oh.
Oh, so desu ne.
Oh no, there's a crime.
Oh. I really like. I know he was sick when they recorded, but like the Japanese King Kai in Super, it's just so weird seeing him like his body get tossed everywhere, and all you hear is, oh.
Yeah. I didn't even know he was sick. But yeah, he was like mad calm and stuff.
It's like, buddy, wake up. You're in a recording studio. This is gonna go to people. Like a lot of people. Oh, I thought it was the good one. It's really hard to do.
Alright, do I gotta fight people? No?
That's it. Hey, I don't worry about it. I got it, officers. Thanks, Spider-Man. Yeah, no problem.
I feel like out of context, it's just like...
It's just like, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? How you doing? I'm doing terrible, actually. I've had
Sound
really...
like that guy from middle school.
It's Rand!
But I was watching...
That's not... They say that's an in-frame focus
It's
picture.
really not.
That looked broken! That made me want to cry!
Break down and cry.
Shut up! Stop referencing our other videos. That's not how it works.
Y'all should go check that out, though.
Please do. It took forever to make, and I almost killed him 3 times while we were doing it.
I promise it's good. I promise.
Nah, it's alright.
I mean, it's... Oh, man, responsibilities.
What?
I believe in the police.
Where?
There was that red the crime thing that
Yeah,
was
there was
back
a red
there,
for a
but then-
second, but it's
yeah, it disappeared. I guess the cops got under control.
The cop. In a second, the cops were like, "We don't need Spider-Man. Take down the beacon."
Just gets like mad, emotional out of nowhere. Like, are you okay?
We don't need down the beacon. Stop calling the Spider-Man for everything.
Spider-Man
We have
mutant.
firefighters, yet you called him to put webs on the fire. Yeah, what's your point? What?
Put webs on the fire.
It's like, Spider-Man, could you just come and shoot some webs at the fire?
Like, did y'all really call me over for that?
It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I got it. It's like, go home. I don't have a home. I got evicted.
Oh, that should have killed you.
Hey, how you doing, big man?
Whoa. Then there was something I was about to say. I forgot what it was though.
Well, then let me overtake you by talking about a thing I was going to talk about. So, yesterday, because you saw how I came in with food, and so I got that food because I had someone else, you know, because we are young, not all of us have vehicle yet, but I bought mine because I am cool dude. So I drive, and I drive people around sometimes. And at first I was doing that for free, but then I realized I'm not crazy.
Yeah, like gas costs money.
Yeah, cars don't run on hugs and friendship.
Or
With one person, you didn't even... There was no hug or friendship, so even if they did run on that, I'd still break down. But yeah, so
with pain in his head.
I would rather be dead.
Yeah.
So, we have one friend.
We have one friend.
And that's the end of that story. We have one friend. No, but okay, so we have one friend.
Dang, we're up to this part already?
Yeah, it feels weird, but I guess it's a natural progression. I guess it's because the live stream, we did a lot. So, but
Until they take him seriously. with
Okay, stop interrupting me. Gosh.
that. Oh, my bad.
so
This is bad.
we have this one friend who has been hanging out with us a little bit, and like, you know, she's pretty cool and everything. You know, she's somebody we can get down with.
Heist in progress.
Copy that.
But
Send
yeah,
units your way.
so
Keep the
there were a
situation
couple
from getting
times
worse
that I
in
had
the
to pick
meantime.
her up,
Can do.
and like, you
Gotta
know,
do this
she
quietly.
was like, I don't really have
wanna
money
alert
to
the
give
others.
you gas money, because usually I like to think, you know, shoot the ground, lower him down. That worked.
Just a tap, you know?
You just need a little bit of the white stuff. I gotta stop doing this voice. It's killing me. So I had picked her up, and blah blah blah. Skip this part of the story. Long story short, that was one friend that I ended up like picking up And, you know, because she didn't really have gas money, she just paid for my food. And, like, I was in a really good spot with gas. Because, like,
careful.
Your boy drives a white sedan. So...
You forgot to oh man, I forgot that in English. He forgot to turn on his lights one time, but that was in a separate car. No, like, yours was the one that, like, doesn't have the automatic, right?
Yeah.
You stay quiet.
And he did leave his lights on.
Oh, yeah, we were driving somewhere, and it was like a 30-minute drive, and I drove with the lights off.
In
And
the
we
dark.
almost died, like, 3 times.
And it was, like, all in, like, the same, like... It wasn't, like, 3 different incidents within that trip. It was, like...
It was, like,
boom,
all
boom,
within
boom.
the same minutes. Because I couldn't see. Now, as for whose car it was, I will never tell you. Because if that person watches this, they'll never let me drive their car again. So, yeah. I mean, I don't want to, but requirements, you know? Okay, I'm getting off topic. So, so then, that's usually the arrangement with that one friend. Because she feels bad just, like, me driving around for free. And it's like, if it's a couple times and it's somebody that I actually, like, talk to and we're straight, then... For the record, when I say straight, I mean in the terms of, like, we are good, not, you know, necessary. I am a heterosexual. Why am I explaining this?
Let's
If
get
we
to the
good,
point.
if we cool, if we chilling, then then I'll be like, okay, I can pick you up a couple times. You know, don't worry about it. I got you. So, yeah, that's the usual arrangement with her. She was like, nah, I'm gonna get you food, and I'm like, all right, cool. So that happened with another friend. And, like,
Totally belongs to.
it was the worst because she had called asking me to pick her up. And there's this other person who we referenced like a second ago, not a friend, not someone I should really associate with at all.
Same as you.
But yeah, so this scene is so hard to take serious.
Like, no one's gonna point this out.
How is she taking him seriously at all? Just like, dude, I know you're a spider, but do you need real bug eyes?
And it wasn't a break-in.
Yes. Stark took my suit again, okay?
Let me
It's
explain.
not my fault.
I can't pay my own rent. You think I'm gonna pay to get more materials to fix my other suit?
15 minutes earlier, I get to play as Mary Jane Watson.
Okay, so there's this other person who, like, she just bums things off of everybody.
Excuse
Like
me.
everybody.
Hi.
And the
Mary
both
Jane
of us
Watson.
have
I'm
two
covering the
separate
Fisk Estates
and a
Hello.
collective experience having to deal with
Craig
that,
said we do this tomorrow.
which sucks.
I like to
But
get
she
ahead of
bums
things.
things off of literally everybody
Well,
and has
I
like no
don't.
shame about it. But when
You'll have to
people
come
bring
back
it up to
tomorrow.
her, she's like,
Right.
"Nah, what are you talking about? I'm
Okay.
crazy independent."
I'm sorry.
I'm like, "You mean crazy broken?" So, yeah, there were a couple times where out of the kindness of
sorry,
my
just-
heart, she would ask for a
Looks like we're
ride.
gonna have to run something
And
else on the
I'd be
cover.
like, "Yeah, sure.
I don't know,
Whatever, I can do that."
Maybe the
But then,
expressionist
like,
piece?
The more,
You know
like,
what?
and
I
it
think
wasn't
I can make
consecutive,
it.
like, yes,
Sure.
okay, yes,
You're
okay.
here. No
It
more
was
like
like,
present?
yes, then no. Yes, no,
Craig?
no,
Never mind.
yes.
We're good.
So it's like, it's not like I'm being like,
Let's
yeah,
get
I can
started.
do that literally anytime she asks. But anytime she would get a yes, she'd be inclined to ask more or ask for more. And eventually, like, it was like, yeah, no, dude, this, oh, sure, I would love the controller. Thank you. You know, even though they literally cannot see you passing me the controller. Oh, I'm Marijan. I'm supposed to be following. Catch up, Mary Jane. Run in the museum. Well, I'm gonna look at this. Alright, I'm done.
Sometimes I feel like the whole
So, yeah,
history of the world
I came
is
to a
just
point where eventually we
boys
were just
playing
like,
dress up,
yeah,
getting into
nah,
fights.
dude,
I
you need to
can't get
talk to
over
her.
this
Like,
image.
unless she's willing
So much
to
tension
pay up,
between these two
because
figures.
again, cars don't run on friendship and hugs.
Let me know
Neither
when
of
you're
which
ready
I
to
was getting
Sounds
anyway.
good.
So again, my car would have broken down out of lack of fuel if they did.
Starting
Meanwhile, I told him at the beginning, like, you gave her that first ride, alright, don't do it again, because,
Correct.
you know, it's like,
Mr. Fisk has
there's certain people,
exceptional
that's something I learned.
Did you know
Like,
him
with
well
certain people,
before
you
his
just
arrest?
gotta,
In a
don't give them too
professional
much, because then
I
they're gonna
handle
take it
many
for
of his
granted. Like, she
Well,
was,
yeah, but the way you were putting it was just like, don't give her anything. She shouldn't get anything, because the minute she gets something, she'll start asking for more. And it's like, I mean, yes, you're right, but dang, dude.
I mean, it was more like, don't make it a habit because... I mean, at the end of the day, who was right, though?
You were right. He
I
wasn't willing to give
exemplifies the
anything.
traditional
And it's
Tawashi Coma
large,
Ink effect.
terrible.
The two Neo are
But,
so imposing.
yeah, so
I can see why Fisk
I
likes
called
this
her
one.
and I was like,
Definitely
hey,
in
dog,
style.
like,
He
if you
loved the
want me to
duality.
take you places, you're going to have to
Destruction
cough
screams,
up
but
like
creation
$10 a
toils
week.
in
Because that's 3 days out of the
Was there ever
week.
anything
That's a quarter of my
irregular
tank,
in
and
any of the sales
$10
he handled
is,
for him?
would you believe it, a quarter of my tank.
Of course not.
So,
Not that I was aware of.
like, at first she was confused, playing stupid, but eventually she was just like, oh, you mean $10 a week? I thought you meant $10 a ride. And I'm like,
I was in the car with him, and I was like,
A friend in
dang,
the
I
DA's
can't.
office
I'm going to just put a...
Fisk used art
It's like-
sales to launder stolen goods. I'm
Why are you so slow?
Oh, I know.
Why are you so slow?
You specifically said multiple times.
If you had ever noticed
like I said, $10 a week.
you know what?
Literally the first time I said it, and every time after that, $10 a week.
When I told
for
my
3
DA
rides
friend I was
a
doing
week.
piece on you, he mentioned your name
And she was like,
familiar.
oh,
photo,
but you
please.
see, that's $30 in a week. And I'm like, no, it's not, actually. It's $10. I thought I made that clear. But yeah, it's
So
like,
you want 30, right?
Nothing you'd like
it's
to
like,
say,
no,
maybe off the
actually.
record
But the minute she
regarding
actually
Fisk's
understood it
activities?
and was
I
like,
don't think your readers would have
oh,
any
so you
interest.
mean $10? She was just like,
Damn it.
oh,
Wait here,
well,
please.
I'm going to have to get back to you on that. Literally said nothing. She was like, I'm going to get back to you on that
I recognize
the
that
next
statue.
day.
Gotta get
Said
it.
nothing until like a week later when she asked for another ride.
Craig?
Also for free. I'm
You
like,
hear me?
which type of stupid are you?
Craig, I'll call you back.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
My dear, I think it's time for you to go.
so I'm probably,
the way
time
can
is
I
going.
Use the rest
Should
of
we
the
just
milk?
continue? Because this isn't the only story I meant to tell. Should we
Thank
just
you.
continue it until I get to the end of this?
Yeah, might as well.
Really
whatever.
lovely space.
Extra content
It
is extra
And
content.
this will be the last time
So-
you see it.
Unless you
The
want to
ladies
be
around the
like...
corner.
You want to hear what happens in this part 2 of this story? Find out next time on... We can't say the name because then that makes the ending official. Grudgram. So, yeah. So eventually I just muted her. I was like, I just don't want to hear from her. I don't want to have to, like, see that she sent me anything. And she's the second person in that week that I had ended up muting. For different reasons. But, yeah. The other person, I don't want to talk
Hello,
about
Craig.
that. I'm not
Funny you should
prepared as a
call.
human being to talk about that
Because
right
the
now.
reporter you sent is clearly not
Prepared
working
as a
tough
human
this
being.
week.
As a living organism, I am not
No,
prepared to
she's
speak
here
on
now.
that subject. So,
I've got to get
we
into that back
oh
room.
yay!
Statue is what I think it
Stealth
You made noise.
segment.
Just turned into a
I knocked
huge
over a
story.
cardboard
What do you mean
backs.
we had to reschedule?
Back streets back. All right.
Get to the
Who is
point.
in my
Can I knock
auction
something
house?
over? Alright, so,
Oh my god.
yeah, I muted her. I had no response from her.
No, I do
I mean,
not
well, I
trust you
heard
to
no
fix
responses
this.
from her. She's not blocked, but she's muted. So if she sends me anything,
first
then I
thing
can
I'm going to
still
do is have
see it, but it's only when I
journalists
actively go
arrested.
check my messages. So,
And the second thing I'm
one
going to do
morning,
is collect your head, Craig.
she asks me if I can take her to school, and I don't see it until 11.
It is most definitely
And
a threat.
yeah, so it's like, well, too late now. Sorry about that. And she's like, oh, it's okay. And I'm like, I don't care though.
Sure, Craig.
Like, me saying sorry is a courtesy. Remember that.
Right.
So she then
I don't believe you.
yeah, so then a friend, like an actual friend of mine, complicated stuff, but a friend of mine is like, hey, you want to hang out for a little bit today? And I was like, yeah, cool, I'm down. And she's offering food, so she's giving
Sure,
something
Craig.
back. So it's cool. Can she see me from that angle?
Hold on. Was that?
Crap. I'm the Batman
From
from Gotham. She should have most definitely
how did she
spotted me
not
that
see?
entire time. All right, well, and she didn't even hear the. She literally took the phone away from her ear. She didn't hear the doorknob.
That would have been in her peripheries.
Gosh, I'm running out of time. Blah blah blah. I go to hang out with the friend, but the friend goes to the same school and knows this person, and they were around each other, not at the time of her asking, but at the time of me calling her, the friend that I'm actually trying to hang out with, to tell her, hey, I'm outside, so come outside. So the ungrateful one, she picks up the phone and she's like, hey, did you get my message? I'm like, the one from this morning that I responded to? She's like, no, not that one. The one I just sent. And I was like, oh, you stupid. I ain't think it was that bad. Alright, nah. Because she's muted, so I didn't see it. And then I realized she sent it literally as I was pulling into the parking lot. And I'm like, how in God's name did you trap me so incredibly? But, yeah, so I'm dealing with it and everything. And because I'm already here to pick somebody up, I can't just be like, nah, turns out I gotta go do something and just dip. Because then I leave the other person behind.
I mean, it could have just been like,
nah, my car full. I got stuff in the back seat. Sorry. I could have. And
could've
hindsight is
drive off.
2020.
It's like,
That's the thing. Hindsight is 2020. Because I came up with all the ways that I could have told her, nah, I can't take you. But that was after I had already been like, yeah, sure. Because I couldn't sit there for 5 minutes and be like, hey, let me get back to you on that. Because she knew I was driving. So it's like, I couldn't. I just couldn't. But yeah, so they both get in the car, and I'm really sad that we don't have face cam. We're not gonna get face cam, because you see our faces enough with the other stuff that we do.
not to mention I'm ugly.
That too. Like, I'm literally recording in my boxers right now.
No, you're not.
What do you mean? We can say whatever we want. They can't see us.
Yeah, but then it looks sus. Why you just said no?
I'm recording in my boxers, and he's sitting across the room from me, completely clothed. He's actually wearing a full suit right now. He has a date to go on after this.
And Tim's.
He's
At a rock alone.
I be on my suit and Tim's. So, alright, but so we're so I pick up the both of them, and I keep like the worst smile on my face with loud music blasting the entire time the ungrateful one is in the car. She gets out, but before she gets out, the friend that I was actually going to hang out with, because she hadn't offered food yet, she whispers in my ear like, hey, you want to go get some food when we drop her off? And I'm like, yes, please. So then somehow, like, the desperate sense kicks in, and she hears that still. And she's like,
Just like in those anime moments where like their ears just move a bit and be like,
Nani? Nani? Omae wa mou shinderu. Give me the food. But yeah, so then she's like, ooh, I want food. I'm like, how? How did you hear that?
just like drive off.
Honestly, but we haven't dropped her off yet, but it's like, so then like the person I pick up, she's like, nah, we need to come up with names. Because I don't want to put people's business out there while actually attaching their business to their names. So,
Jasper.
we go to... Jamia, the ungrateful one, and Maxine. There we go. So Jamia is like, Maxine, I want food. And Maxine's like, where did you hear food? And she's like, what? You were just talking about it. I'm like, this girl is Daredevil. What?
Only when it comes to food.
Only when it comes to getting something for free. Like, I've been walking around in a circle
What
around
are you
this
doing?
carpet. It happens sometimes when I'm talking. What was I supposed to look at? There's a drawer, right?
You're
I already
supposed
looked
to
at this
just look.
painting.
You look on the opposite. You look there, and that's
Yeah, I looked here, and I looked at both this and the... Was I supposed to turn it?
Then you're supposed to adjust the.
Oh, the statue can move. Most common poses. Latent power.
Left arm down.
The mouth closed,
Right
left
palm
arm down,
facing
right
forward.
palm facing forward. Mouth closed, left arm down. Wait, left arm. She said that wrong. Because his left arm would be the would be the one that's up.
Yeah, I remember when I was like, when I was playing it the first time, I was like, wait, does it mean my left or his left? Probably his left. Because, you know, he is the one that matters, you know.
It is imperative that we give him his day. So long story short, I drop her off and I pull off faster than anything you've seen in your life.
Hey, yo.
I said pull off. What's wrong with you?
That is also a saying.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was tug off.
You can say both.
Tug one out. Rug one out. But yeah, so then we go and
Because
get
you remember
food,
in
blah, blah, blah.
Thor Ragnarok when he was like, I throw my hammer and it pulls me off. And he was like, your grandma pulled you off? You remember in Thor Ragnarok? Yeah.
Oh, shut up. Wait, can he... Am I wrong? Oh...
Maybe I should close them.
At last...
You may want to close his mouth too. There
Close your
you
mouth,
go.
buddy.
Nice.
Oh, it's mirrored, so it's really that.
Piece is
But a
missing.
piece is missing.
He needs a sword.
It's this
Seen
dagon.
these before.
This dagon. So we go and get the food and everything, and I have a real chill time. I found a new deli, so I'm cool with it. I found a new deli in New Delhi. Don't look at me like that.
You lost me.
Don't look at me like that.
You lost me.
Don't look at me like that.
What is this?
But yeah, so that's why I had food, but it was just like, it was such an efficient trap somehow. Like,
What the?
I'm really, like, it made me so mad. It's like, you just trapped me into giving you a ride.
Excuse
Because
me,
I'm not a
sir,
mean enough
you-
person
you
to be
can't
like,
be-
no.
My leg!
I'm not a mean enough person to be like,
Where's the statue?
no!
in there.
I'm not.
I'm not a mean enough person to be like, that was so perfectly timed. Why did we...
Because I'm not a mean enough person to be like,
I'm not a mean enough person to be like...
Oh my gosh. When you
I was on my way to the exit.
when you
when I
magic
saw
this
you.
video, please get rid of my laugh. That was the worst laugh.
Nah, we gotta keep it 100%.
Oh, come on, man. Don't do me like that.
If I ever laugh weird, we're gonna put it into...
But long story short, I just felt
Not mean enough to be like...
You hide back there. I take out the bad guys. You
plan.
so yeah, so I ended up giving her the ride, and it's like, I don't like
Yeah,
you.
you too.
And even her friend, because that's
Picture us meeting
like
again, though.
her friend. What did I say her name was? Maxwell, whatever.
You said,
Maxine.
it might have been Maxine.
Yeah, it's like even she, once she got out of the car, was like, she asks for way too much.
Focus.
Like she be bugging sometimes, dog. And it's like, you right.
My thing is, I have yet to see what is the aspect of her that makes you want to be friends, you know?
I already told you. I've literally seen her stand up getting out of my car, and it's not even that. If you catch my drift, if you know what I'm saying, bada bing,
Okay, Pete.
bada.
I'm hidden near the front.
That had nothing to do with what I said. I'm talking about, like, what qualities does she have to make you want to be friends?
Right.
These guys want to.
And I'm telling you, it's not quality.
Called Devil's Breath.
But
I had to build a secret research
lost.
lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is, but it seemed to scare Fisk.
Next-
He compares it to Pandora's box.
next time on Loud on Set,
We need to get you.
I'm gonna teach him how to understand a joke.